So I'm going to what is the test? Oh, it's interesting. Okay, okay. So I'm going to run that. Okay, this is just it. So I'm just going to click button. So after content, I'm going to play the I'm going to click button. View button. Going to go into new project. So this is save it. I have it there. So I'm going to start it. I'm going to start it. I'm going to have view button. Oh, is that not the correct one? We have view button. So I'm going to do padding of 10 pixel. See, padding of 10 pixel. I'm going to give it background color. Color. I want to give it this color. I think we use it here. That's it. Blue violet. So this, see, I want to remove the border. So I want to remove this black outline. I don't want it there. So border no. So border no we do it. So there are some cases border no will not do it. So we just put outline none. I've removed the border. Some cases that border no will not work. So we put outline just to be on the safer side. I want to make the text color. So that will be your color to be white. White. I want to font family. Font family. So I'm not going to do this. Instead of me giving it, okay, let's just give it to check font family. I'm going to give it family. I'm going to font width. Font width. We are dealing with the text type. Font width. I want it to be 800. Then I want to curve it. The corners, the edges. I want it to be round. So that you can do that with border radius. So that line that I removed is called border. No, I remove border none. So I don't want any border. That line around it. And border radius is used to curve the edges. So if I should put border radius of 10 pixels, so you can see it. So I want it to be away from the top. I want it to be away from the top, margin top. Margin top. I want it to be 10 pixels. Okay, so we've done this. So I just want it to look good in general. I want to change the background color of this car. So I want to get to that the product dot tag. So the product dot tag means any tag that has both product class and car tag class. So it's like combining two class now. So for the styling to take effect, the tag must have that two class, your product and the tag class. So this is what is there. So it has product class, the div has product class and has tag class. So it's going to work here. So now I want to style it. I want to give it a background color of hash F2F. Okay, that's it. So you see the text are closer. Text are closer. So I want to give it a padding of 10 pixel. That's it. I want to curve the edges. We do that with border radius. That's 10 pixels. So if you look at it here, okay, I didn't include border radius here. Let's put border radius, and then the border. So, so I'm making use of the border radius, 10 pixel. I'm going to run this. So this is it. So for the it's there. You can see it. Yeah. For this test, I want to change the font family for the test. For let's just change the font family for the whole test that will be on the screen, And for you to do that, you can do this with this tab, this star. Star in CSS means everything. So then the curly braces. So any style you write here is going to apply to all. It's going to apply to all. It's going to apply to all. So I want to give it font family of that calibre. Okay, this is it. So I'm just going to move it. I'm going to remove it from here.
So even though you've written it like
No, this will override it.
it's overrated.
This is the one that the browser will take, not this one.
No, and you know you said you put star is everything.
Yeah,
So
everything.
like this,
But now this one has its own font family. Now it's not going to take this. Maybe this one is not there. It's going to take this. This one will take effect on it. You understand? So I'm going to remove it here because it's like I'm duplicating it. So it should just take the. So I'm just going to remove this. So that's it. So I want to curve this. I'm going to curve this text here. I want to curve the page title too. So we'll do that with border radius, border radius. So this give it 10 pixel. So that's it. So I'm going to we have the text, we have so yeah, I'm going to give this main title, the font weight, okay, this weight title. So yeah, I'm going to give the font weight 500. So it's going to work for the testing. Um, so this is it. Now, what I want to do is this video element, and we'll be using this the button itself, .gbvtn. So you can do that after. So after is going to create um studio element after like the main. How will I put it? No, this is the original one now. You want to create another is like you want to duplicate it, but the index should be like above the original one. Understand? And when you mean before, why before is it will be like below the original one. You understand? So I want to create dot after. It's the same thing that actually work, but it's just the like index after and before. So after the way they actually do the after is that when you have this is parent now. This is the card parent now. It has children. So after means it's going to create element that will be like the index will be higher than all these children like us. Why before will be like will be the first before its children. So when you are trying to like do the index, you understand? So the one we will be using is after now. I'm going to do after. And when you are dealing with student element, they must have content. So I'm not going to put content. I'm just going to put empty string as the content when you are dealing with student element. So I'm going to do just normal styling. I'm going to give background color of um, red. Background color of red. I'm going to give it of height height of 50 pixels. not showing. Why is it not showing? So for it to show, you have to add the position. So position absolute, and you must create the relative. So what we want it to, the position absolute must, we want it to be like absolute to the original one. That's adding position or relative to the original context. You understand? So relative. So it's like um the after switch element is relative to the what main one being button. Understand? If we save it now, you have it here. Now you can if you want it to just be like the width and height of this, you can just say width, the height to be 100%. So it's going to take the 100% of what is relative to, that's the main button. So it's going to take the height 100% and the width you want it to take it of 100%. So now it's there. But if you want it to be at the top and the left, so you have to specify left. You know why I told you that when you are displaying position, so the left will be 0 and the top is what? 0. Now it's going to take that one and you need to add border radius just to make it like the main button. So border radius of 20 pixels, no, 10 pixels. So now it's there. Now after I told you it will be above, like, you know. So actually the way we can actually do this now, because we want the text to show at the top, the text will not show. You understand? This is just a main print string. So if we want the text to show, I'm going to create another tag called span and put the text inside. Then I'm going to style that tag dot view btn then span. So if you want the text to show, we've created another tag, then we'll put the text there. So we want to display that position to be relative. So and z index. So z index is used to like change the like if you want it to be above this or if you want it to go below that. It's just like showing what we display at the top and what should display below. You understand? So z index I want it to be 3. So you can see it now. Now it's like this is how it works. The main button is like z index 1. The after we created the pseudo element is z index 2 and this is z index 3. If you put 2 it will actually work because it's like 1 1. So this one is above them. So but if you put 1 it's still working. But 0, I'm not sure, 0 is not gonna
Because
work.
they haven't
So
declared it in the other
it's
one.
like they are all equal in Z index now. So it's just the after is the next thing you created. So it should be above it, above the main button. So specifying Z index of 1 makes the span, that child of the button, to come up. So it should not be like the last child. You understand? So if I save it, if you do not put it position relative, you're not going to see it. You have to display it position relative. You understand? So I'm going to say now it's up. Now that's what, so there's something I'm going to do now for you to just see we'll do something like animation.
What about before?
Eh?
What about before?
Same thing as before. So I'm going to do before now. I'm going to change the left to 100%. Should I change it to, okay, let's give it 0, but the top should be 100%. So same thing as before, I'm just going to copy this. We are doing same thing, but this should be before. And I'm going to make this one bottom instead of top. Bottom to be 100%. So I'm going to change the color. So okay. So this is it now. So if you don't want them to show, they're outside now. If you don't want this green and red to show, like so like going out of experience, because that before and after the button itself is the appearance. You understand? So if you want anything that is outside the appearance to not show, You add overflow to the word hidden. So it's going to hide whatever goes outside its content. You understand? Let me add overflow here. Comment and comment. You are not getting something right. Overflow, overflow. So this is it. This is what I put. I'm going to remove it right now. This is, okay, this is the button. I'm starting the button. So this is the overflow. I'm going to remove it. See, they are showing. Understand? I'm going to put it back. Overflow again. Anything outside this should not be shown. So now it's hidden. You can see that. So I will just remove this first. But one thing I want to know now, we've go through the account before how you can create like duplicate without you creating another tag. You can just click one tag and just add this one after. Like you're just duplicating some stuff. So we are going to do with this over now, and we are going to be using this over to do some animation. You understand? So it's like an event. So I want this now. Dot view btn dot over.
So before and after, can it be like dedicated, like another before and another after?
That's the only one you
So what can we use the other before and after to do with the page? Can it be taken to another side of the page?
can take it to anywhere. Look at it. Just remove this. Look at it. Oh. It's only displaying relative to the period because I put position relative. If I should remove this now, they'll just fly anywhere.
So you really want to position them.
So if you really want to position them now, they are displaying relative to the body. So if you want to see it now they are taking the full of the body. If you want to see it now, I can just say this. Because now I'm putting this top to the. I can just say okay, 50%. So it's not still the after is not still showing. Okay, let's see. It's down here, and the height I'm putting 100%.
Because of
So
the relative
because of it's still relative to the like the main content HTML. So it's going to take the height and the width. So
of the
if you
body.
look at them now, look at this button now. I'm just going to make this one to be 70. So they have the height, yeah. They have the full height of the body. So if you check their height, it's the full height. So if you want to see, it's just the reason why we put the position relative is I told you. So they won't go beyond the size and width. So they know their parents. So they if they are adjusting them, push left 10 pixels. It will the calculation will be based on their parents. So they'll just like okay 10 pixels away from the left side of the parents. So when you begin put like position relative on their parents, it's going to find the closest parent that has position of relative and it's going to just adjust its size. You understand? That's why we put this. So I'm going to change it back there and put this 100% and this 100%. So there's one animation I want to do here now. We do over here. Now we are dealing with over first. So the view button slash over. I'm going to change the background to let's see what can we change the background to. The background to firing. Okay, let's see this. I'm going to over it. Can you see the background is changing? But it's like it's just happening immediately. There's nothing like animation or it's not
How
transition.
fast?
So if you want it to like if you want to see the way it's happening, like so there's this transition property, right?
Before I'm asking.
Transition. So transition can take there is okay, this is the full part. For transitioning, we have for transitioning, transitioning, um we have we have we have transition name, transition name, transition name, we have transition delay, um, we have transition. Let's see, what do you have again? Transition delay, duration, property, timing function. So all these are all key. So we have transition. This is shorthand for delay, duration, property, and the transition timing function. So we have transition property. So the transition property is actually for is transition property, not name. It's just the property is just like the styling you want to transition. Maybe it's height you are changing, or it's the opacity you are changing. You understand? Let me even add this opacity too. We are going to be using opacity. Opacity is general actually. So that's what I'm putting. All these ones are general stuff. That's what I'm putting it. So opacity. So now, where is it? So transition. We have transition property. We have transition timing function, and we have transition duration. Then the shorthand transition takes the property first. Takes the property first. Takes the timing transition property. Then the second one it takes is the transition duration, and the next one is transition. The next number which you find will be transition delay, and the next one um there is property. It knows what is punch like this now. When you put maybe the timing function, it knows that okay this is because there are values like there are like specific values for timing function. So it knows that when you enter this, it knows it can like pick the timing function. You understand? So you can then timing function. So that's transition timing function. So um so we'll be using the so let's just use the long way. So we have transition property. So what do you want to start now? What do you want to because we're trying to it's the hover we're trying to so that's background color. So it's the background we are changing. We are changing the branded. So uh we want to transit the background color. So you can see the way it's happening. So the transition property is what background color. So the um transition duration should be let's say 18 seconds, 2 seconds or milliseconds. So seconds and milliseconds, milliseconds and seconds. So the time you want it to run, you want the transition to happen. So it's going to transition for 2 seconds. So it's going to change from that color to the background color we are putting in the over. So that's what it's for. So transition duration. So let's just take it. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? You can see the way it's happening. Not like before that we didn't put it. So you can see. So if you put 1 second, it's going to happen faster. But it's slow like this. You can see. So you can see that. So let me just hide this. Let me hide this. So you can so you see. So you can make it faster and just put 0.25. It's kind of slow like that. Is it? Let's put 50. I think 50 is good. Okay. Now this because if we go if we like um stop over in it, you see the way it's going. It's just going once. It's not there. It's like there's no transition there. So that's when this transition timing function we have async. So we're going to use async out. So it's going to transition in and out. You understand? So I'm going to save it. Can see in and out, in and out. Not like the one we were using before. There's linear, there's linear, linear. So linear is only out. It's not doing anything. So guys, so we'll be using ace in out. And for the delay, transition delay, transition delay, we have 1 second. Okay, let's say okay, I want you to delay for 1 second. So you are going to see that it's not going to happen after 1 second. Like the whole bar is going to wait for 1 second. Can you see? You can see it's waiting for 1 second before it transition. You understand? So that's what the transition to do. So we are just going to use the shorthand. This is the long way of doing it. So we are just going to use the shorthand. Shorthand which should be the property first, background color, then the time which is dot 50x, then the delay 1x, and the timing function is in out. You can see. So I'm going to just I'm not we don't need to delay anything. So we don't need to delay. So that's it. So you can just say okay now then opacity. I want us to use the opacity. So you have opacity of um the opacity is always 1 by default. So you can reduce it to 5. You can see the opacity now. If you turn it to 0, you are not going to see it again. So dot 2, that's it. Dot 3. So when we hover, we want the opacity to be 1. Opacity to be 1. Notice it's only the background that is transitioning. The opacity is not, you are not seeing any transition in opacity. Why? We are only we only specify background color for the
What?
transition. So it's only going to transition the background color. You understand? So for us to transition all that is changing, we just put all, or you can just say okay, let's add opacity too. And once now I see I'm separating them now. I'm separating them. So we want opacity. Then opacity should transition for like 1 second, and it should also be async out. So that's the way you can have multiple transitions. So if I save it, you can see the background is happening first, then look at the opacity. So that's it. So if you don't want to be doing, you can just put all instead. You understand? So all mix is going to do it for all. So both the background and the opacity. So that's it. So what I want to do now is I want um when we hover, look at it now. This is kind of tricky. When we hover, I want to change the position of the pseudo element before and after. I want to change the position of the pseudo element before and after. This is another so another part of CSS. So when we hover the button, I want to change the position of the pseudo element. That's before and after. So how do we do that? We're going to view btn dot over now dot when it's over, then we can now get the before. Now this is it. View button here. So this one is like depending on the hover. It has to hover before this CSS will work. So over then before. So now I want to change the position. Now where is the before? So it has bottom of 100%. I want the bottom to be zero. Oh, bottom to be zero. Can you see? Let me remove this. I'm not changing that. Look at the color. Let's put the opacity.
It's changing now.
It's changing.
No.
It's changing, but I want to remove this. This is having like they are looking the same. This one is also having this. So I just want okay, let's remove the background. Yeah, I'm removing the background. Look at it now. But it's having this before background. Now the background is there. The studio element before is the one there now. But we don't know it's not we are not seeing the way it's coming up. You understand? How do we do that? What we have to what? We have to add transition to the before too. How do we do it? So transition. So transition. I'm just going to put us dot 50x. So face in out. Did you see something now? Can you see it?
Coming from up down.
It's coming from up down. Can you see it? Can you see what I'm saying? So that's the way to like you can do something like this. And there's another way you can do it. Okay, let's say the it should be from like left. Let's put it from left.
Left to right.
So left to right. So I'm going to change it before to the left zero. Left zero, right? Now I'm going to take it to the minus 100%.
Check 1000.
I'm going to minus 100% and the bottom should be what? No, I want to make the top zero. Top and top to be what zero. So when we over one the what left to be what zero. Now look at it. Can you see? Can you see? You see the anime is this is not animation actually, but it's like it's more like an anime, but it's not animation. So you can see the way it's doing it. So you can use the over to you understand. So there's I'm going to do another one for active. So the active is it active? Yeah. I'm going to do another one for active. So we'll be using the active to show the after to the element of the so I'm going to do dot view btn dot active um dot active dot after. So I want it to have so where is it now? The top is 100%. I want the top to be what? Top to be zero. So we have to what add transition there too. Copy. I'm going to put it here too. So when we click, you can see you are seeing the after pseudo element. So if you want
Can
it
you click?
to,
Okay, you are clicking on it.
yeah, I'm clicking it. But if you click it, you have to hold it. If you remove your
So
hand, it's going to, so you have to double, it's like you are double clicking to make it active. Like, yeah, is it dot focus? It's not okay. I guess it's focus. It should focus. So unless you just now look at it now. I'm going to click. The opacity is out. But this thing is there. Now the button is focused. So only if you click outside, you won't see the red again. You understand?
the device is working for the phone.
So this is the opacity now. If we hover, the opacity will change to 1. So now we hover, the opacity will change to 1. Then if we hover, the before we have left of 0. Then we slide. Can you see that? Then once we focus the button, then the after will show. You understand? So there's a way you can actually do it too. So there's this transform. I'm going to show you about transform now. Transforming, this transitioning, right? So I'm going to show you about transforming. So how you can transform it. Transforming is actually used for um animating it also. So transform, so we have the transform itself. We have the transform, we have the transform origin. So let's just try transform. We only want to transform it when it's over. Transform. I want to rotate. Yes, this rotates. Let me just put 10. You have to use 10 degree. So rotation is, is in degree. When you are rotating, you have to put in degree. And the DAG is for degree. So when we hover, that is, can you see? Can you see the transformation?
Yes, sir.
So when I hover, look at the way it's rotating. Can you see? So that's it. So if I should hover, okay, let me hover and let me do this. What can we do again? So let's just rotate it. Now what it's doing is that there is rotate y and x. So now it's like it's rotating. Wait, I'm coming. I'm gonna rotate it x. Can you see the rotation? I cannot see
Yeah.
it. 90 degrees. Can you see? So I think it's getting too much. Let me just make it 35. So that's x. X is the vertical. Y is the horizontal. So if we try y now, gonna see, can you see? So y is the horizontal. So when I just use just one, it's going to rotate both the x and y. Can you see? It's going to rotate both the x and y. It's going to rotate both the x and y. But the one we want to do is, what do you want to do? I think it's the x, right? Let's just do the x. So that's just for transformation. There's and there's this z. Z is to rotate it clockwise.
Yes, sir.
So Z is to rotate it clockwise, and if you want to rotate it anti-clockwise, you have to put minus. So so clockwise, anti-clockwise, you have to do minus 45 there. So that's just rotation, and there's rotate really. I don't know. Let's just click on this, and there's scale. This one you want to use is scale.
Scale, yes.
Scale is to increase the size. If I put 1.1, it's going to bring it out. Can you see? Look at the scaling. While taking the value down, you take it down. So that's for scaling. So you can just play around. There are many properties you can use. So you can just use scale. Let's just use scale of 1.3. So it's not, let's scale 1.3. No, I want to take it down. So that is for the scaling. So you can with, okay, this is the active.
Apart from scale and rotate, is there anyone else?
Huh?
Apart from
There's others. Just go and we did one translate. There's translate. So you want to see translate. Um, we say 50%. To take it for the,
carry it up. Maybe you can go up.
yeah.
Maybe you can go up a little bit.
So you have to
I
put
mean, X.
um let's say 70%. Okay, that's going down. I want it to go up on a 70. Can you
Take
see?
away the 50 and just put it in minus 30. Take away the 50 and put it in minus 30. As in, take away the 50, take away that one.
It's going to work for
Take
only
away the
the
okay.
horizontal. The second value is for the vertical side. So
Then just translate. Why now?
so if we want it to just go to hand, then you can just specify the one you want. Translate Y. So that's for the word vertical. You want it to go minus 70.
No, minus 20.
So
Minus
if you
20.
just let's just say 10,
Minus 20.
go minus 20. So that's just animating. If you click, the red will come out. So that's just the way you can animate. So what are we doing? The visited is used for link. Visited, and we've tried the focus, we've tried the active, and we've tried the hover. Then we tried the transformation. So what I don't want to show you guys is um what you'll be needing most, like dealing with most, is this try the positioning, try the test, this displaying, this display. This is what you, because you'll be displaying content differently. So you'll be displaying content differently. So this display stuff. So I'm going to create multiple of this. I'm going to create multiple of these cards.
Yeah, yeah, max on the.
So I created it. That's another one. So we have that. So now what I want to do now is use that display. I'm going to use the display now. Now we have two products. We have two products cards. So we have two product cards. I want to display. So now this is what is left for us to do now. This displaying. This displaying. I want to display this now. I want to display its legs. So I'm going to get this product parent, which is so let me just grab that display for display. display. I'm going to set this. I'm going to set it down here. I'll set on display. So that's for display. So I'm going to get the colon. So now this is because if we are to display all these flex, like display is like we're getting we have to get the parents. We want to display the children flex.
Mm.
So now get so we're getting the parent which is dot products. I can do it like this dot products. So this way of getting tag is the tag name is div and it must have class name of products. So div dot product. So div the tag and the there must be like product class name. Must have product class name. So that is where I'm getting the so which is so div and it has a product class. So I'm going to display it flex. So first I'm going to display this flex. I'm going to display flex. There is flex. Okay, there's flex boss, inline flex boss, red kit flex boss. This flex boss, if I should do it flex boss, let's see. It's not going to I don't know, it doesn't do like the flex itself. The flex boss, let's see. I don't actually use the flex boss. Whenever I try it doesn't do anything. They use this is not what I'm saying. I want to use MDM flex box. Display flex. But why is flex boss there? We don't have let me search for display. MDM display. So display flex boss is not even there. Flex boss is not there. So 'cause most times I use the flex boss and nothing happens. So it's display flex. I'm going to go back here. So now display flex. Can you see what's changing? This is the children. So I'm displaying the children flex. Now I had flex. I save it. You can see it now. Um, the default styling for this display flex is that the children will display on one line. You understand? That's the default, which is flex direction. You can actually change the flex direction um with either column. I have column. Column will display it like a block format. You can see it's back display it in, but the default is row. So we have row reverse. It's going to reverse the children the way it display, and we have column reverse. So we are going to display it row. Just that's the default, so we don't have to put it. So that's the default. Now they are now it's like they are together joints, and we need to separate them, make them stand alone. So for us to do that is the gap. Let me put we just choose flex direction. So I'm going to have gap just to give space between them. I'm going to do 20 pixel. Now they're having space between them. Can you see it? Now this gap is working for both row. I told you it's a shorthand. The one we are actually giving here is column gap. It's column gap. It's column gap. You can see that's column gap. But if we're having like something like this, if I should bring this down, wait, it's not going to let's just okay. Let's just I'm going to add one more. I'm going to add one more. Now look at it now. We have three now. But it's like they're getting smaller. You understand? They're getting smaller. Now what do you need to do? We can do three two things. Is either we like let this take the full weight or give it its own weight. So we give the children its own weight. Or let them take let the flex give them weight or let it take the whole weight. You understand? You can give this one its own weight or you let the flex decide the weight now they're having the equal weight. It's okay. Or you want this to take full weight. If you want now there's no way this can take full weight if they are displaying like this. There's no how you want to do it. If you take this one now, okay, this product I'm going to take now I want to style the dot product dot card. But it's the first one I want to style. I want to style the first one.
Extra.
I'm going to give it background. Let's see if it's working. Not working. Dot product dot card. So I'm going to do first charge. So first charge. So you know meaning of first charge and you can get it by hand charge and hand charge. If you do one, that's one, two. Can you see that? So third one, get to the third one. So that's the way. So I'm getting the first one, the hand charge first. So I'm not I want to give it width. You see that nothing will change. Width of 400 pixels. So you giving it width of 400 pixels now, you won't making it smaller. Imagine. You're giving it width of 400 pixels, making it smaller. So what I'll just tell you is that is either you just give like okay, the thing you can actually do is just like you know there should be a minimum width for each child. You don't want it to go below that width. So you can just say okay, width to be now I'm giving it everything 300 pixel, 300 pixel. That's the width. But still it's not taking effect. If I should put mean width, now it's extending. Now it's like it's fighting the flex it has because when you give something mean width, it cannot go below that mean width. No matter what you are doing,
You have to go above it.
it cannot go below. So it has to have maybe that even if you are trying to shrink the children, it's that width. That's the minimum width you can have 300 pixels. So for you to do this now see this. This is going out of content. It's not outside the parent. The way that displaying. This the width of the parent is not up to this. Right? So for you to break them down, you have to add flex ramp and the ramp. The default is no ramp, and I'm going to remove since we have put flex ramp. Now we can just let's just give them width. Now the way it works now is each child has their own width. Once they are supposed to go on the same line, but we added flex ramp. So once the parent is trying to shrink the children and it gets to the minimum width of the children, it's going to like break it down. Like the remaining space, if it can't contain other, it's going to bring us to another line. That's why they're down there. You can see it's forming another line. So flex ramp to ramp. So now the reason why I first use gap is to give both column gap and row gap. Now you can see these two is joined together. These two is joined together.
Assuming for
So
only gap now, it will be meant for
I
color.
told the gap is for second. Now me putting color gap is I'm just verifying it from the column. Now instead of me just adding to like say row gap 20 pixels to it's going to display. So it's just better just do like okay gap to column gap. Let's do this column and row gap. So you can see now. So now there's space there. There's like this can contain it. It has minimum it has width of 300, so it can't contain it. The next round we have to break it down to another line because that place can't contain it. You understand? If you want like them to share the remaining space, like this one now, this is empty space, this is empty space. If you want the children to share the remaining space, you can add less group to the children, not the parents, the children. If the children want you are taking to share the remaining space, they add let's go to the one. Now look at it. It's like there is no empty space. This one has empty space for now. It's put the space. You understand? So, and there's another way. Um, because the way this one is taking the full width now, because there's empty space there, it makes it look somehow. You can just put max width. You can put max width of 400 pixels. Now look at it. So it can't go beyond that max width. Even if there's empty space there, you understand? So it can't go beyond that max width. So these are what you'll be needing. And there is another one, bridge. There's another one, display bridge. But just try to play with flex before you make it big. And things can actually do most of the things you want to do.
Without bridge.
Without bridge. Yeah. So just try to play along with the flex. So this is a max, this is a type. So most of the CSS you need is here also. We have transition, we have transformation, and the animation stuff. Um, you can okay if you want to declare animations, um, use animation. We have here we have animation name. We have animation duration. We have animation delay. We have animation um animation let me see. We have animation timing function, duration name, delay, email, iteration card, direction, play stage, timeline, so timing function, fill mode, iteration time. So I'm just going to do this. We have animation, iteration count, animation, timing function. We have what do we have again? Animation, direction. So let's just make use of this. And we have the shorthand. That's animation. So now what do we want to animate? We want to animate the box, like the product, the card itself. We want to animate it. So I'm going to be getting dot product dot card. So I'm going to be getting that, and I'll be adding the animation name. We have not changed the we have not created the animation, but I'll just give it a name. Let's just change it background change. Background change. Background change. Then this is the animation name. So animation duration. the duration of the animation. I want it to run for 2x. Animation, should we do delay? Let's see delay first. So let's just create the animation. So for you to create animation, at keyframes, we have so at keyframes is used to create animation. Then you put the animation name, which is background change, and you have so you have to no, it's from it's coming from somewhere.
This is upside down.
You have from and you have to. So this form is where the animation, like the the current state of the elements, then the destination state, where the two will carry the destination state. You understand? So now from now, when you say it has background of, what is the background of the product of card? It has background of I'm going to grab the background here, copy. So this is it. It has background of this. So it's going to what background of, let's make it yeah. So now look at it now. Background change. We need to add okay, it's not changing now. So can you see that it's like just once? You see the animation now? So just once. So if you want it to keep on going. Now it's it's for you did that for 2 seconds. The animation runs for 2 seconds. If you want it to go like keep on going, so that's when the animation iteration count comes in. So we want it to be infinite. So it keeps on going. See the way it's going. It's like we don't actually like the way it's going because it will go back to someone else. So that's where animation direction. I think is it animation direction? Um, animation direction. No, not animation direction. Not duration. I have direction. So we have direction. We have alternates. We have alternate reverse. We have normal. We have reverse. So reverse is when you use alternate. Let's say alternate. So it goes down, comes up, goes down, comes up. When you use alternate reverse, it's going to start from the this. Let's try it. Can you see? This is what I did now. This is it's supposed to start from this front, but now it's starting from two because we are using alternate reverse. So it's like we are coming from the back. So that's what the alternate reverse is doing. If I save it, so that's what alternate reverse is doing. So that's for animation. So there's there's actually a way you can okay, then this animation um delay. If you know what animation delay will do, animation delay, so you can say delay for 1 second, not run for 1 second. That's it. So that's then we have what again?
What is
And
delaying now?
eh?
What is delaying? Okay, before you start.
And now it's not it's the beginning.
Alright, give me from reverse.
So I'm going to put it to alternate. So we have the delay, we have two. There is animation timing function. Animation timing function. You can have AC out, AC. You will keep AC out. You want to go in to can put linear. So now you know the shorthand. This is the shorthand now. So the shorthand for what we did now is um the first okay animation, right? So it's going to take the name, which is background change, background change, and it's going to take the duration, which is 2 seconds. It's going to take, you can put, because they are not the same value, you can put the delay 1s, it knows that's the delay. You can put alternate, it knows that's the what animation direction. Then you can put infinite, it knows that's what iteration count. So it's going to work the same way. You can see. So that's how it actually works. So eh? This one. You have to if you want to do, let me just do this one. I want you to have filter. You can filter just can leave it as you want to leave it as. But once you have you rotate of 100 degree and filter here, we are going to see what this does. You rotate of 0 degree. And this is what it's doing. You are not noticing it. Can't see it here because this one is light gray now. It's like white, and white doesn't have any color like colors that are not bright colors. So I'm going to change the background of the card. So I'm going to change it to like so can you see it? So but it's not necessary when you can see it from the can you see? So it's, you can just use it for the button. Change to keep on changing the color. So the reason why it's working for the body is the parent I use it for. So it's going to irritate all the colors inside the parent. You understand? So you can see it's going to change colors. So I guess just go and study this. So and try to make use of the flex, display flex, master the CSS.